Dear students, myself Dr. Anand Swarup Pandey, Professor, BBA Department in JIMS Engineering Management Technical Campus, Greater Noida. I am taking your subject Business Ethics and Corporate Social Responsibilities. Today I will take up the topic Relevance of Ethics and Values in Business. The second topic I will take is Barriers to Management Ethics. The third, solutions to barrier, and the fourth, values and behavior. So these four topics I will take, but the main topic is the relevance of ethics and values in business, and the barriers to management ethics, solutions to barrier, and values and behavior, they comes under the relevance of ethics and values in business. Now, under the relevance of ethics and values in business, the business ethics is essential for the following reasons. Why business ethics is important? It is important on account of the following reasons. Number one, the business organizations are economic and social institutions that serve customers' needs by supplying them right goods at the right place, time, and price. This is possible if the institutions engage in ethical practices. So, under this, all the business organizations, they follow twin objectives. Number one, the social objective, and number two, the economic objective. The prime objective is economic objective, means to optimize profit, to maximize market share, to maximize profit. And the social objective means to fulfill the demand of the society. Second, business ethics help in long-run survival of the business firms. Unethical practices like paying low wage to workers, providing poor working conditions, lack of health and safety measures for employees, selling smuggled or adulterated goods, tax evasion, etc., can increase short-run profits but endanger their long-run survival. It is important, therefore, for business firm to suffer short-term losses but fulfill ethical social obligations to secure their long-term future. So that is why business ethics is important. So business ethics is important because ultimately each and every business organization try to secure their long-term future, and this can only be possible when they fulfill the ethical social obligations, and hence it is in the interest of the organization to see their long-term future. The third reason, the business houses operate in the social environment and use resources provided by the society. They are therefore morally and socially committed to look after the interest of society by adopting ethical business practices. So under this, the ethical business practices generally follows the various social norms in the social environment. So we had economic environment of business, and then we will have social environment of business. So under the social environment of business, the resources are to be provided by the society, and it is the responsibility of the business organization to meet various social objectives, and that is why business ethics is essential for any of the business organization. Number four, ethical business activities improve company's image and give it edge over competitor to promote sales and profits. So under this, it is very important that the business organization should follow various ethical norms and various ethical business activities, which in turn will improve the brand image of the organization, and ultimately it will boost the sales and profit of that particular organization vis-a-vis other competitors. And the fifth one is the legal framework of a country also enforces ethical practices. Under Consumer Protection Act, for example, consumers can complain against unethical business practices. Labor laws protect the interest of workers against unethical practices. Legal framework of the country therefore promotes ethical business behavior, and business houses want to avoid government intervention and therefore follow ethical practices. So all the legal dimension, all the legal framework under business ethics forces the one important aspect, that is each and every organization should follow ethical practices, and Consumer Protection Act comes under ethical practices. So whenever there is some sort of cheating on account of unethical business practices, the consumer takes the shelter of Consumer Protection Act and ultimately fights for the justice towards uh, towards the better legal framework of the country, justifies towards the better legal protection of the uh, country, and therefore promotes ethical business behavior. Next important topic, after going through this relevance of ethics and values in business, the next topic under the relevance of ethics is the barriers to management ethics. So what are the various barriers to management ethics? So we had some important barriers. Number one, the chain of command. Number two, group membership. Number three, ambiguous priorities. These are three important barriers under management ethics. So under the chain of command, number one, if employees know that superiors are not following ethical behavior, they hesitate in reporting the matter up the hierarchy for the fear of being misunderstood and penalized. The chain of command is thus a barrier to reporting unethical activities of superiors. So chain of command. Under this, if the subordinate and the employee of the organization understands that their subordinates or their superiors, they are not following ethical behavior, or they are following unethical behavior, then in that situation they fear to report the matter to the hierarchy. They fear to report the matter to the hierarchy. And on account of what? On account of the misunderstood and penal action to be taken by the hierarchy. So hence the chain of command, it will act as a barrier to reporting unethical activities of their superiors. So this is the first important barrier to management ethics. Second, the group membership. Under this, the informal groups lead to group code of ethics. So group members are strongly bonded by their loyalty and respect for each other, and unethical behavior of any member of the group is generally ignored by the rest. So under group membership, we had a term called as the grapevine. So grapevine follows always the informal groups, and the group members, they are strongly bonded by their loyalty and respect for each other, and unethical behavior of any of the member of the group is generally ignored by the rest of the group behavior. The third barrier is ambiguous priorities. When policies are unclear and ambiguous, the employee's behavior cannot be guided in a unified direction. It is very difficult to understand what is ethical and what is unethical. So this is called as the ambiguous priorities. Next is the solution to barriers. So we had understand three types of barriers to management ethics. Now here we will try to understand what are the possible solutions to management, to the barriers of management ethics. So following measures can improve the climate for ethical behavior. What are those measures? Measure number one, organizational objectives and the policies should be clear so that every member work towards these goals ethically. So this is very easy to understand, that organizational objectives and the organizational policies, they should be extremely clear, very clear, so that each and every member or an employee working in that organization should work towards the achieving or towards the achievement of these organizational objectives and policies ethically. Number two, second measure, the behavior of the top manager is followed by others in the organization. So ethical actions of top managers promote ethical behavior throughout the organization. So what does this mean? This means that everything depends upon the behavior of the top level management. If the behavior of the top level management is to promote ethical behavior throughout the organization, then in that situation, their actions will is to be followed by the others in the organization. So ethical behavior, ethical action from top manager should be followed by middle level managers and supervisory level of management in the organization. So this is the second measure. The third important measure is imposing penalties and threats for not confronting to ethical behavior can reduce unethical activities in the organization. Formal procedures of lodging complaints help subordinates report unethical behavior of superiors to the concerned committee. So what does this mean? Each and every organization should import some sort of penalties and some sort of threats so that unethical behavior is to be cheesed or is to get minimized in the organization. So for this, the formal procedures of lodging complaints by the subordinates and by the employees of the organization towards unethical behavior of the superior, that should be there on account of the imposing of the penalty and threats by the top level management. The fourth important solution is the educational institutions also offer courses and training in business ethics to develop conscious managers who observe ethical behavior. So this is self-explanatory. Now, after this, after the solutions to behavior, the next topic is the values and behavior. So, what is value? Value is always been an ethical dimension, and values remain embedded in our mind since childhood. As children, we are taught what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong by our parents, educational institutions, and social groups. Now, these values become the part and parcel of our behavior and personality when we grow up and are transmitted to future generations, thus creating a healthy society. So, for the creation of the healthy society, it is very important that values should be embedded in our mind. Now, in the business world, every person, whether manager or non-manager, whose behavior is value-based shapes the culture of the organization. Organization is a group of people responsible for its formation, survival, and growth. How good an organization, it depends upon how good are the people managing it. So here in this paragraph, organization is nothing but it is the culmination and collection of the group of people who are responsible for the survival of the organization and growth of the organization. If the nature of the people is good, then the organization is good. And ultimately, if each and every employee of the organization follows values, ethics, then in that situation, the organization is also considered as one of the best organization. I will take the example of Tata. I will take the example of Hindustan Lever. I will take the example of Asian Paints. They follow various norms, values, and ethics inside the organization. Each and every employee of Tata, each and every employee of Asian Paint, Hindustan Lever, they follow certain ethical norms and principles, and that is why these three types of organizations, they are one of the best organization all over India and all over the world. So good people are those people whose actions and behaviors are based on the sound value system and ethical principle. So value system is nothing but it is a combination of all values that an individual should have. Values lay foundation for organizational success. They develop the attitudes, perceptions, and motives that shape the behavior of people working in the organization. And ultimately, this develops a sound organization culture that promotes image of the organization in the society. So values in the individuals develop a value-based organization, society, nation, and the world as a whole. So here I am trying to explain that the organization depends upon the behavior of the people, the behavior of the employee. So, good employee, good people, actions and behavior, they should depend upon the sound value system, and all the employees of that organization generally follows various ethical principles. Even the superior of the organization follows ethical values and principles. Their subordinates in turn also follows the ethical values and principles. And ultimately, a value system is to be created inside the organization, and which in turn lay foundation for the organizational success, which in turn lay foundation for the organizational success. And ultimately, organizational success will be considered for the establishment of sound organization, and the sound organization and organizational success will ultimately develops a type of culture which will provide benefit to the society, and hence the values of the individuals as well as the values in the individuals, they develops value based organization, society, nation, and the world as a whole. So here I had explained you that values and behavior both are both are interdependent and hence essential for the healthy growth of the organization. Thank you.